fans, you can't be happy with a former player calling us all fart and no poo. Unacceptable behaviour from Jason Cundy as usual on the Sports Bar. As well, big games coming up the weekend. We're going to have a chat about Aston Villa v Everton is live and exclusive on talkSPORT 12:30 on Saturday. Look, Lampard v Gerrard, Jace. Uh-huh. It's a big game for both right. managers. They brought in Conor Cody. Everton, I think, is a fantastic signing.
Agree.
Aston Villa against Bournemouth was shocking. They were really bad. Gerrard's form at Aston Villa, he's won 2 out of 12 in the Premier League.
Very patchy. Very patchy.
I mean, that's less than patchy.
Yeah, I mean, these two midfielders, they're two of the finest midfielders of their generation. And their paths have been, played for both two brilliant football clubs. One went to Manchester Scotland, done a brilliant job at Rangers. Frank got his chance with Derby, then for Chelsea. And now all of a sudden they're managing clubs right now that are going to be middle to bottom half, you would have thought. Now, both have aspirations to finish in around the mid to top half of the table. But this becomes a big game already, doesn't it, for the pair of them? Both got defeats. Mm-hmm. I thought Villa were poor against Bournemouth.
They were bad.
I mean, Bournemouth were decent, right? But I thought Villa were really bad. And Gerrard is pretty honest in his assessments after matches. Frank, I thought Everton were good. I thought Everton deserved something at the game against Chelsea. But unfortunately, them haven't got a striker. And if one side was to lose this, all of a sudden, it's 2 defeats on the spin.
It's pressure, isn't it?
It feels like it's one of those games. Again, I think both would probably take a draw.
I mean, you and your draws.
I know, but
Ali McCoy's sitting on the fence.
No, it's not as predicting a result. It's the hardest result to predict.
Is it a draw?
Yeah, whoever puts a draw on a coupon.
I tell you what, put 6 straws on.
Yeah, sitting on the fence. 6 straws, right? You line your pockets.
Yeah, you are lining your pockets. Look, who's likely to be the manager that stays the longest here out of these two? If you're looking at pressure, if you're looking at what they've got to do, because for me...
They're both massive clubs. Huge football clubs, right?
Huge football clubs. And they can't... I mean, these can't be fighting it out near the bottom of the table.
No. Mate, I think it's one of those games that both managers will fear what defeat will do, the pressure-wise from the outside in. It's early days. It's still very early. Of course it is, right? But it does feel like a big game for the pair of them already.
And well, get involved. Everton, Aston Villa fans, what are you making of the performances so far, the signings that you've made? Gerrard, 2 wins in 12 in the Premier League with Aston Villa. Is that good enough? Are you happy with him? 03717 22 33 44. And just lastly, Jace, before we go to the calls, Manchester United got to play Brentford.
Oh, my gosh. Mahusive.
I mean, this is a must-win already.
If I was going to put any pound of Cundy money on a result, I would not go for United to win. I'd go for the draw or the home win.
Another draw.
That's where I'll go.
So you got 3 draws at the weekend.
3 draws. But if they all come in, mate, it's a lot of money you're winning there.
How much you putting on? £2.
Pound
of
Cundy.
Put your fee on it.
Pound of Cundy.
Look, Manchester United are in big trouble.
Well, wait, imagine that. They got Liverpool next Monday. All right?
They could be bottom of the league.
Imagine that. 3 defeats, which you would not put any money on them beating Liverpool. A little bit like the way Arsenal started last season. Remember the pressure that Arteta was under at that point. Then they played Norwich and they won their first game, I think the 4th in. This is massive for Man United. A huge game. And it wouldn't surprise me if Brentford get something out of the game at all.
Manchester United fans, if you lose this game against Brentford, is there already question marks over Ten Hag? 03717 22 33 44. But let's go to GJ, who's a Spurs fan. GJ, good evening.
Good evening, chaps. How are we?
There we go. All right, GJ.
We're great. I mean, look, we're building up to the Sports Bar derby. It's a huge game. Is it now time for Spurs to make a mark?
Yeah, I think so. I think we're going to win. By the way, Cundy, you're a disgrace.
By the way, the only mark you lot will be making is skid marks. All right?
Mate, you're a disgrace. Former Tottenham player showing that disrespect to my beloved club. But never mind, I'll look over that.
Here we go. More fun.
Right. More. I'll look past that. All right.
Here, go on.
Come on, mate. Have some respect for the club.
Oh, where's your sense of humour, eh? Where's the sense? I'm only messing about. My God. Seriously.
No, you're a disgrace.
Why? Why?
GJ, come on. What have we got to do to beat this team? Because our performances at the Bridge are shocking.
They are shocking, but I was at the game against Southampton, and when we went 1-0 down, I still felt really confident. There's like a different mentality around the place. I mean, James Ward-Prowse banged in that goal and he did his golf celebration, but we ended up serving him a triple bogey. And I think we definitely won't lose at the weekend. I'm really confident about it. I think we're going to win. And the other thing is, apart from looking at our mentality, Chelsea have lost the best defender in the world. You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I mean, look, there's no doubt about that. And Koulibaly's come in, and I think, as I said, Anton Ferdinand made a great point by saying he looked a little bit off it. We do look a little bit off it, but again, it's one game at the weekend. There's so much more, and at the end of the season, every single season, Spurs promise this, promise that, going to do this, going to do that. It never happens. I mean, it's.
I know, Jace, but look,
that's what I'm saying.
Just take your Chelsea hat off for 5 seconds,
right.
and just. Tottenham have come a long way with Conte. And I know you're a little bit rattled because you're already talking about getting a draw. You're getting your excuses in. Right. But Tottenham, at this moment in time, are the team that are going to get closer to Man City and Liverpool this season.
Based on what?
Based on the fact of our performances at the end of last season, the players that we've brought in, and the feeling around the football club.
Oh, the feeling, right? Okay,
Jamie,
the feeling. No, I think Spurs are a good side. They've got some brilliant players. They've got a brilliant manager. Of course, they might say it might happen, but do you know what makes me laugh? Is that you've done nothing in 30 years. Yeah, this is the. I don't know where you get it from. Honestly, I mean, fair play. There's a lot of noise.
GJ,
I think, like Chelsea. Not only have they lost the best defender in the world, which I said is Rudiger, but they've also lost Christensen. There's Aspilicueta gone as well.
No. Christensen's not the big loss. Rudiger is. Rudiger's the one. That's the big loss.
Rudiger, that guy
That's
is,
the big loss.
And yeah, he's an absolute. He's a bully. He's a bully.
Yeah, that's
and
the big
all the games I've seen, whenever Chelsea play Spurs, if I was Harry Kane, I'd be focusing on the other centre back because he's got absolutely no change out of Rudiger. But Chelsea, without him in defence, they're not. I think that aura of defensive solidity is gone. And I fancy us to do ya.
All right,
kept
GJ,
the clean sheet the weekend, GJ.
What?
Kept that defensive solidity.
Yeah, I like that.
GJ,
yeah, it's good. Let's go to Richard, who's a Chelsea fan. Richard, good evening.
Good evening. What is all this talk about Tottenham? Come on, it's Tottenham. It's not Real Madrid. We're going to beat Tottenham like a drum. Like Michael Tyson says, everyone's got a plan until the first punch lands. This is the bridge. How on earth is that? Listen,
It's the shed.
Fought well. We can all say it.
It's the worst stadium in London.
You can say that, but it's still the posh side of London, last I checked. Anyway, back to the football. Tottenham's bought well. They're a more complete team, and everyone knows Conte's strength and everything. But the minute that whistle goes and is at the bridge, Tottenham would become Tottenham. They'll be back in the Pampers.
Rich, I disagree. I think Chelsea fans are going to be in for a shock at the weekend. I really do. You've played us in moments at the bridge where we've not been in good places. Players have been injured. We've been in disarray. But now this is the most excited I've been about a Tottenham team. Stop laughing, Jason.
32 years.
In a long time since I played for them when we won a trophy.
32 years.
Yeah, but look at Chelsea. Look at the back line. We're going to be the most miserly team. Forget Rudiger because we've got a proper replacement in. And did you watch these preseason games, Jason?
Koulibaly, I saw.
Koulibaly is just a.
No, listen, he's going to be. There's no doubt about it that he's. Yeah, that's right. But right now, fitness-wise, I think we are a little bit short, and it'll be interesting to see what a week's a long time. After the first game of the season, Cucurella I thought was excellent when he came off the bench. He might start. There's been some replacements.
Imagine Cucurella, Kovacic, Kante, and then you got little Sterling in front, cementing them. What are you on about? It's absolutely nothing to fear. Anyway,
your number 9's not good enough. Rich, your number 9, your strikers are not good enough.
That's true, but if you've seen the way we played in the last 2 seasons, we've hardly had a proper striker. It's just us. We hammered Real Madrid and big teams without a striker. So what's changed? Absolutely nothing. We're hoping we'll get a Aubameyang or some proper number 9. But if they don't come, so be it. You still got Kovacic creating. You still got Kante breaking up plays. You got Cucurella going forward or Chilwell. And then you got little Reece supply line. Come on, absolutely nothing to fear. 3-0 tomorrow. Oh, sorry,
right,
at the weekend.
Sunday.
I'm going. No, I think it's going to be a tight game. I've said. I think this is two sides that will go there respecting each other. I think it's
No respect.
They will respect. They will respect.
We got zero respect for Chelsea. We're telling them we were going to rock up at the bridge.
Here we go.
Like a proper outfit.
Here we go. Here we go. Just told you.
I'm telling you.
Oh.
Watch. Just watch. Rich, thanks for your call. Keep them coming in. We want to hear from you.